What's up, YouTube? Jay Lee here. Got another Northwest podcast for you. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Mr. Ronaldo. I don't follow soccer. Not my thing because they never score. I respect athletes. I respect the talent. I could never kick a football or a soccer ball like they do. Very talented. I get it, but not my thing. I grew up in America. We play basketball. We play football. We play baseball. I like those sports. All right. Sorry. I know I just marginalized most of the world, but my apologies. But let's talk about Ronaldo real quick. Also, you're going to have to excuse me because I got some fans going. It's hot. Pardon me. I know my production value sucks. Pardon me. But let's just go on. So here we go. This was shared in a more or less red pill group on social media. I'm not sure the point here, what they were trying to make. I think it was just a standalone meme. There was no wordage. They didn't make any point. They just shared the meme. Now it does say right here, there's this little word sarcasm right here. Sarcasm on this guy's arm or whatever. So this could be sarcasm. This could be shared in a sort of sardonic way because, as we all know, celebrities always get divorced constantly. I shouldn't say always. That means like every time. But no, it's very high percentage. I don't know about very high, but celebrities are getting divorced all the time, right? Who was the last one we know? Like Kevin Costner. It's always happening. Celebrities are getting divorced. I think Russell Crowe a couple years back. And sports players as well. Sports players are not out of the woods on this. So, but let's just talk about this real quick because this is easy to break down. He's got a lot of kids. I think and she's pregnant as well. So he's got like 5 kids. I think one of the things that I see a lot in the red pill community is I see this kind of pushback against today's degeneracy. Against today's promiscuous lifestyles, sort of pornified culture that we live in. We are absolutely living in a decline. We are absolutely living in a degenerate seems like for the most part. We have a degenerate push, at least. Whether or not everybody is partaking in that is another thing. I've made that mistake on my channel to sort of generalize and blanket statement, because it seems that way. It seems that so many people are partaking of it, but it's out there. And let's just say this, there's a push, there's a concerted, definite push by people behind the scenes who are absolutely satanic, and it's more obvious now than ever. The truth will come to the light, right? The things that are done in the dark will eventually come to the light. They're pushing this stuff on our kids. They're pushing this stuff on our culture, and it's the music, it's the movies, it's the actual literal porn that's so free and easily accessible, and it's the culture and the lifestyle and the way that people are thinking now is very degenerate. So I think there's a push against that. I mean, I know there's a push against that, right? This is kind of the ideal now. Oh, have a bunch of kids, get married, go back to the trad lifestyle. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is we don't live in a trad culture, right? We don't live in a traditional culture anymore. So yes, on the one hand, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to fix this because my phone it pisses me off. It turns off a lot, and I'm gonna have to fix the timing display. It is 2 minutes. Okay, so let's turn to 5 minutes. All right, excuse me. So we have a culture, we have a push towards countering the degeneracy, but again, it is it's too little too late, or it's not enough, or it's fishy. It's very questionable because, again, we do not live in a traditional culture anymore. We don't, as a whole, the world, and particularly the West, as the leading, popular culture that influences the rest of the world, is no longer trad. It's no longer, they don't have those traditional values anymore, right? So these women now, fine and good. Where she ended up, I guess that's better than where she could have ended up. She could have been an OnlyFans girl, any form of escorting, whatever, which so many young women are doing today. Just high number. It's crazy. If you think about how much porn is out there, if you think about how much, escorting, Twitter, X, all this stuff where these women are just, anyway. And she could easily be one of those girls. There's no when I look at this woman, there's no difference in my mind, her and these other women. The difference is that she just got her hypergamy fulfilled. Look at this guy. He's a 10. He's super good looking, super in shape, super talented, super smart, okay? Super wealthy, super famous, super rich. He's everything. He's a 10 out of 10 on every single metric, right? And this is women's hypergamy. This is what women want. So the main I would say, I don't want to say the only reason, but I would say one of the main reasons why this woman is with this man in this family and not on OnlyFans and not doing porn and not escorting or whatever, because that's what women as hot as her do, because that's how they choose that over going to work retail or going to have a stressful career because it's easier. Oh, I just show my boobs and I get money. Makes sense to me. Sign me up. This is what women are doing. So the only reason she's not I would say not the only reason, one of the main reasons she's not doing that is because this guy fulfilled all her hypergamy. This is not winning per se. We're not winning as a culture. This is just a random example of a woman who has her hypergamy fulfilled. And this is what I say here. I say, of course, he's rich, famous, wealthy, extremely physically attractive. All her hypergamous needs are met. The real question is, though, is it real love? If he had none of those things, would she still love him? And this is the question that I always ask. This is the question that my channel pretty much is based on. What is real love? Is real love getting with a guy because he has all of your lists checked? He's charming, he's funny, he's smart, he's confident, he's capable, he's competent, he's wealthy. This is what I say when I say men are a means to an end. We're fulfilling the hypergamy of a woman. When a man is attracted to a woman, he's just like, wow, she's so pretty. I hope she has a good character. I hope she has a good personality. I'm very physically attracted to her, but I also want just a good, peaceful, nice woman to be with, right? Who's hopefully gonna have some morals and hopefully gonna help support me because life is hard. My career's stressful. That's all a man wants, right? Not too complicated, right? Except that it is, because women aren't like that. They're full of problems and drama, etc., right? But as far as what men's standards are, it's not that complicated. What does a woman want? Well, this is what a woman wants. She wants the 10 out of 10 Chad who checks off all her lists in every possible way. Imagine what this man's money can do for this woman. This is how women think. A man is in love, a woman is in business. A man is in love, a woman is in business. They are exchanging sexuality, exchanging their youth and fertility for the man's resources, for the lifestyle that he provides. This is the truth. This is what they don't tell you. This is what trad men are confused about. I view trad men, I mean, I don't want to just totally insult them, but they're kind of cucks, right? They're kind of cucked in a way, right? They think, oh, let me go work hard and provide and make money, and then I can get a woman. This is their mindset. You're cucked. You don't realize you're falling into her hypergamy. Again, remove your resources. Remove the lifestyle that you can provide for her. Remove and subtract what you do for her financially. Will she still stick around? My argument is most women won't. Most women don't really love men idealistically, or they don't love men deeply. They don't love men through thick and thin. They love men opportunistically, and they love men transactionally. If he checks off all these boxes, I will love him. That's not real love, though, right? That's not real love. Real love is, I didn't earn it. I just am, and you love me. That's real love. Sorry, it's just what it is. And unfortunately, so many people have this mental block where they just can't accept that because they don't know anything else besides transactional things. Because this world is so corrupted that everything has been monetized. Everything has been boiled down to a transaction. Friendships, everything, right? Family, relationships, so much of it. Now, I wouldn't say 100% all of it, because if that was the truth, then I wouldn't even have these words to speak, because that's all everyone would ever know. Real love does exist. Real caring, real friend, these things exist. They're just very rare. They're more and more rare because the world is more and more messed up. Everything, particularly I'm not a socialist, I'm not a communist, I don't support that crap. Obviously it's wrong, it's dumb. But particularly in a capitalist society, the type of capitalist society that we live in, where everything is monetized. Everything. Education, everything. You need money for everything. You need money to breathe. You need money to literally sleep, because you can't have a place to sleep unless you pay for a home, right? Everything. You're literally, where you lay your head is money. Everything. Your bed is money, right? Sure, you can go sleep in the woods for free, right? Who wants to do that? You see my point? Everything is monetized, even relationships, even love. So this is a silly meme. Again, I don't know if it was shared sardonically. This is sarcasm, so maybe it was. I'm assuming probably it was, because the truth is that divorce happens, and athletes get divorced. It happens all the time. Famous people get divorced. Actually, what I say is, if you're famous, you shouldn't get married. If you're rich and famous, you really shouldn't get married. I think the only time somebody should get married is when they have nothing. And no promise or prospects to even have something. Because that's the only way you can test her love. A woman's love is tested when a man has nothing. A man's love is tested when he has everything. Why is that? Because when a man has everything, he attracts other women. When a man has nothing, he doesn't attract other women, and the woman who he's with probably is no longer going to be attracted to him anymore, right? She's probably going to be no longer attracted to him anymore. A man's love is tested when he has everything. A woman's love is tested when the man has nothing. Okay? So again, divorce happens. This is silly. Trad men, unfortunately, are confused. We don't live in a trad culture. By the time this woman gets married, or these hot women like this get married, what's their body count, right? How many times have they been tossed up by then? How many times have they been smashed, right? Come on, it's high, right? So these women are not traditional, even if they end up, quote unquote, in an outwardly traditional situation. It's traditional for a man to get married and have children. That's quote unquote traditional, but it doesn't happen these days until people are 30, 35, right? Because they want to go and have their fun, and they do. And so it's not traditional at that point. You lose if you remove morals and sanctity from a marriage. Once you're out fornicating, there's no more sanctity. You've already done it. You've already slept with a bunch of people. So your marriage isn't really sanctimonious. It's not really set apart. It's not really purified. It's not really moral, because you got to that point in an immoral way. It's already over. So we're all freaking immoral at this point. Marriage is no longer, so it's something else. So you can't really say, oh, this is traditional. It's not really traditional anymore. If you go mess around and sleep with a bunch of people, and then you finally end up getting married, it's no longer traditional anymore. Sorry. And again, this is hypergamy being fulfilled. And again, divorce can happen. It can easily happen. And again, if he's not this 10 out of 10 Chad provider, then, and these people don't know any better. People don't know any better. They think, oh yeah, I've done it. I've fulfilled my prerogative for existence. I've procreated. I've had children and I'm successful, therefore my existence is validated, my existential question is solved. It's like, no. First of all, no. Because everything you got is transactional. Everything you got is because you bought it. You didn't get anything based on real love, and you can't take it with you also. So your existential not sure, oh, my phone keeps turning off, but your existential question is not solved, right? Because you can't take it all with you. It's animalistic. It's like, hey, I went and built the nest, right? This is what animals do. I went and built the nest. I went and collected all the cool things to impress the woman. Now I get the woman. It's like, come on. Well, you beat out the other guys. That's what you did, all right? It's not like she really loves you or you really love her, per se. You beat out the other guys and you got your prize. Is that real love? That's my question. Is that real love? I don't think it is. Appreciate you guys listening. Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.